Greetings and welcome to the show, 5 Minutes of Wellbeing with Vasilis, on Mental Wellness TV. Today we will talk about pet welfare, for their health and happiness. Our animals give us life. And how we can manage this with practical solutions and strategies for better mental well-being. Pets are not merely animals that live in our homes, they are companions, protectors, emotional supporters, and in many ways, they are healers. They play a significant role in our emotional lives, offering love, comfort, and joy. When we speak of mental well-being, we often refer to practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and therapy. However, pet companionship is just as impactful. Research consistently shows that having a pet can reduce anxiety, combat depression, and increase the overall sense of happiness. In a recent study, 74% of pet owners reported improvements in their mental health since bringing a pet into their lives. They described feeling less lonely, more grounded, and more connected to their environment and to others. In fact, pet ownership is linked to physiological benefits such as lower cortisol levels, decreased blood pressure, and improved heart health. Walking a dog, for instance, leads to more outdoor time, increased physical activity, and more opportunities for social interaction, all of which are crucial to emotional well-being. When we share our lives with pets, we create bonds that transcend words. Our animals sense when we are upset, they provide comfort during times of stress, and they mirror our emotional states in a way that can help us understand ourselves better. They live in the present moment, and by simply observing their way of being, we can learn to let go of constant worry and embrace the now. That is why it's essential that we look after their well-being as much as they look after ours. Pet welfare is not only about feeding and housing an animal, it is about nurturing a sentient being that, in return, nurtures us. Ensuring their physical, emotional, and social needs are met becomes part of our own healing and self-care. To care for a pet in a meaningful way, we need to begin with the basics: nutrition, exercise, healthcare, and mental stimulation. Every pet has different dietary needs depending on species, breed, age, and health condition. Providing them with the right food not only supports their physical health but also affects their mood, behavior, and energy levels. Malnourished pets or those fed an unbalanced diet may become lethargic, irritable, or sick. On the other hand, a healthy, well-fed animal is more likely to be playful, alert, and emotionally responsive. Equally important is exercise. Dogs, of course, require daily walks, space to roam, and playtime to burn off energy. Cats may not need walks, but they thrive on activities that allow them to climb, scratch, and hunt through toys or interactive games. Neglecting a pet's need for movement can result in obesity, joint problems, and behavioral issues such as aggression or anxiety. When we engage in physical activity with our pets, we too benefit. Walking the dog or tossing a toy for a cat can become part of our self-care routine, helping us relieve stress, break up sedentary time, and strengthen our bond. Mental stimulation is a crucial part of pet welfare that is often overlooked. Pets need to be challenged, just like humans. Puzzle feeders, training sessions, exploring new environments, or simply introducing new toys can engage a pet's brain and reduce boredom. A mentally stimulated pet is more content and less likely to develop destructive behaviors such as chewing, scratching furniture, or excessive barking. Creating a mentally enriching environment for our pets not only supports their happiness but also contributes to a peaceful and harmonious home, which supports our mental clarity and emotional balance. Veterinary care is another essential pillar. Routine health checks, vaccinations, dental care, and prompt treatment when illness arises are vital for longevity and quality of life. A healthy pet is a happy pet, and a happy pet means less worry for us. Many people experience significant anxiety when their pet is ill or in pain, especially if preventable. Regular vet visits offer peace of mind and early detection of issues before they escalate. Alongside traditional medicine, holistic approaches such as acupuncture, massage, or natural supplements are gaining popularity and can complement the care of aging or anxious pets. Let us now consider the emotional needs of pets. Animals form strong attachments to their humans and other pets. They can feel loneliness, sadness, fear, or stress, especially if left alone for long periods or exposed to loud environments, unpredictable routines, or lack of affection. Consistent interaction, gentle communication, and positive reinforcement create a secure emotional environment. Some pets may benefit from calming music, pheromone diffusers, or the presence of another companion animal. As caregivers, we must learn to read their body language, understand their signals, and respond with patience and empathy. In doing so, we strengthen the emotional connection and create an environment of mutual respect and love. In our daily lives, we can implement small but powerful changes to support our pets and ourselves. Beginning the day with a shared walk or grooming session can serve as a grounding ritual. Regular meal times create predictability and trust. Setting aside even 10 to 15 minutes daily for focused interaction, whether through play, cuddling, or gentle brushing, nurtures the emotional bond. When we include our pets in our lives, not just as background companions but as active participants in our routines, we reinforce a sense of belonging and emotional closeness that can be incredibly healing, especially during stressful times. Science strongly supports these claims. Studies from institutions like Washington State University and the American Psychological Association have demonstrated the impact of animal-assisted interaction in reducing cortisol levels and increasing dopamine and oxytocin production. Therapy animals are now present in schools, hospitals, and prisons, helping people of all ages and backgrounds manage trauma, anxiety, and emotional regulation. In clinical trials, veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder showed remarkable improvement in symptoms when paired with service dogs trained to detect emotional triggers and provide grounding support. Elderly individuals in care homes reported reduced depression and improved socialization when given the chance to care for or interact with therapy animals. These are not anecdotal stories but evidence-based findings that reinforce the idea that animals and humans thrive together. Of course, while we celebrate the many benefits of pet companionship, we must also remain aware of the responsibilities involved. Animals are not accessories or emotional props, they are living beings with needs, preferences, and limits. Caring for them demands time, energy, and dedication. Before adopting or rescuing a pet, we must evaluate whether we are able to provide long-term care. This includes financial commitment, emotional availability, and adaptability as the pet ages or faces health challenges. Responsible pet ownership is not only ethical but essential for sustaining the benefits that companionship can bring to mental well-being. As we come to the close of today's reflection, we return to our central truth: our pets give us life. In moments of loneliness, they are our silent companions. In times of grief, they offer warmth. In daily life, they remind us to play, to rest, and to live in the moment. Their presence is not a distraction from our emotional work, it is often the path through it. And in return, we are called to love, protect, and nurture them with intention, empathy, and consistency. When we care for our pets, we engage in a deeper practice of self-care. We honor our emotional needs by honoring theirs. Here ends our presentation for today. We thank you deeply for being with us. We encourage you to send us the topics that concern you, your experiences, and your ideas. Your input matters to us, and we are committed to exploring your suggestions in our upcoming episodes. This space is yours as much as it is ours, and we welcome your participation. If you'd like to take it a step deeper, feel free to explore our dedicated collections on our website. There, you will find valuable resources, articles, guides, and expert insights tailored to help you better understand both pet welfare and emotional self-care. Thank you again for joining us on 5 Minutes of Well-being with Vasilis. Until next time, be well, take care of yourselves, and cherish the life you share with your animals. They give us more than we can ever give back, and that is the true gift of their love.